It is important. It says up above the importance of being hyper-local. What in the world does hyper-local even mean? First, let me back up a little bit and say, again, that some interesting things are taking place in our industry right now. You have some of the bigs acquiring one another, right? And I want to point out that what they're really acquiring is data. They're acquiring their ability to get in front of potentially your past clients. Take this very seriously. So how do we combat that? We certainly don't play in that sandbox of deep pockets and unlimitless or limitless amounts of money, right, to be reaching out and marketing. But here's what you can do that the bigs can't. You can actually become hyper local. So what does that mean? It means that the folks in your marketplace, in your communities, they need to know who you are and what it is you do. I'll give you a great example, and this was a gut check moment for me personally some years ago. Some of you may know that I have a history of coaching football, both youth and high school football. And I was at practice one day, we were just getting warmed up, and one of my assistant coaches was a few minutes late, and he stepped onto the practice field and he said, "Hey, sorry coach, I'm late. I just had to sign my refinance loan docs." And I thought, that's weird. And I said to him, "What do you mean? You know I do loans. I could have helped you." He says, "I didn't know that's what you did." This was a gut check moment for me. How is it possible that my own coaching staff in the community in which I live and work did not understand that I do loans? By the way, that was on me. So I'll take one here on the chin. But here's the reality. I learned a valuable lesson there. And here's something the bigs can't do. They can't get in front of your coaching staffs or your parents of the community organizations or sports teams you belong to. So I want to encourage you, focus on the hyper local aspect of what you do and who you are. Community events, sponsor different events, get involved with some of the sports teams, school activities, field trips, whatever the case is. But here's the challenge. If you're going to be a soccer coach for your child's team, great, go do that. Just make sure that you're also the lender for that soccer team. Does that make sense? Make sure they all know what you do. Hyper local is really how we're going to advance and move forward through an otherwise challenging industry. Understand the data, understand how you compete with it is by getting hyper local in your very own community.